Racing the asteroid fields. Guardian Zoids, they counter-strike while tremble underfoot. Battle cries ring across endless void. Red and blue, they flash for Zoidstar. Electric skies burn bright. The Titans in the third and final war. Xenobos against Hellish set the score. With the Hellish capital C's we ride. Go for some walkers, there's Xenobos pride. Xenobos soldiers are top Zoid fighters. The shock walkers are eight-legged stalkers. Servos and wires, encased in wood spiders. Steel shock walkers, the arachnids out to kill. Roof up the Hellic remnants, shot walker. Hunt them down and destroy them, don't falter. Use your beam weapons to kill, no talker. March and hunt with Xenobos pride. Slaughter! Root out the Hellic remnants, shot walker. Hunt them down and destroy them, don't falter. Use your beam weapons to kill, no talker. March and hunt with Xenobos pride. Slaughter! Small and quick, they are effective Zoid scouts. Shot walkers detect Hellic Zoids, no doubts. Scurrying on metal spider legs quick. In guerrilla warfare, they do the trick. That sorrows the mess on planet C. But the war is not won while Hellic is free. Deploy the shock walkers to finish the job. This victory from us we will not rob. Root out the Hellic remnants, shot walker. Hunt them down and destroy them, don't falter. Use your beam weapons to kill, no talker. March and hunt with Xenobos pride. Slaughter! But now the Hellic deploy their new Zoids. They are still 124 Zoid androids. But the shock walkers will never back down in this final phase of the war. All our crown! Root out the Hellic remnants, shot walker. Hunt them down and destroy them, don't falter. Use your beam weapons to kill, no talk.